Alright, last time I screwed everything up, but not this time. This time I know what I'm doing. Today I'm going to show you how to make super cheap and tasty pizza dough that makes even an $8 pizza seem expensive. We're going to start with flour. I use all-purpose flour because I haven't seen a difference. About 4 cups. This bag of flour was less than $2 and there's still a ton of it left after taking this much out for our pizza dough. Here's the only thing that really costs any money. Instant yeast. Now we just had this in our fridge. My mom bought it a long time ago. But I went to the store the other day and found a comparable jar for about $5. And all we're going to use is 2 teaspoons. The rest of the ingredients are basically free. 2 teaspoons salt and 1 teaspoon sugar. Mix the dry ingredients together first. Don't forget, like last time. I have a mixer, but I don't really feel like there's a reason for it in this recipe. Alright, now we're going to need 2 tablespoons of oil and 1.5 cups warm water. I just let the tap run until it's hot, and that's good enough. Boom. Mix it up. Make sure you get the edges. Always use your chest to stir. Very important, flour your kneading surface. And maybe set some flour aside for your hands. That's not part of the big batch so it doesn't get messy in there. Just dump your thing in. Now you just knead it until it turns into something, or it needs more flour or water. It shouldn't be sticking to your hands too hard when you knead. Probably a little tacky, but you're trying to fold in the unwet flour to make it all even. Alright, after about 1 to 2 minutes of kneading, you get a little ball. Now you want to put your ball in a bowl or a container. I'm going to put mine in a container because this is what I'm going to be using. Oh, but don't forget to put an additional 2 tablespoons of oil in the container so that it doesn't stick. And I'm actually going to be making a double batch of this dough for myself, so I'm going to put a little more oil. You put the dough in here, cover it with saran wrap, wait an hour and a half. I'm going to go ahead and make my second dough ball, and we'll come back when both have risen for that hour and a half. So as you can see, our dough has risen quite a bit. I may have underestimated how much space I was going to need. Now, remember, this is 2 separate dough balls that I showed you how to make. You can even see the crease right here where the other one started. Now, the recipes that I've sort of based this off of say that you can make 2 14-inch pizzas from each dough ball. But I think you can see that that's a lot more dough than just 2 pizzas or 4 pizzas for the whole thing. Now, I don't even like to make 14-inch pizzas. I like to make much smaller pizzas because the crust on this is actually delicious. So I like to make about that big a pizza, I don't know, 6 or 8-inch pizzas. As you'll see right here, all you do is you grab some dough. It's sticky. Kind of roll it up and spread it out on your tin foil. Now this first batch, when it's fresh, will be extra sticky because it's fresh. I probably should have set down some flour. Let's do that on the second one. Now I'm going to pop this whole container into the fridge, and they'll be much easier to roll out after that, after they cool down a little bit. But since they're fresh right now, I'm going to make some. I'll roll it into a ball again. This is only if you want nice edges. As you can see, I don't really care about nice edges. But I'm going to make 2 small pizzas right now. And you can spread it out as thin as you want. I try to make it fairly thin. I'm not normally a guy who likes a thin crust pizza. I like the hand tossed. Now, in my experience, this makes a normal thickness pizza. Except for the crust, because I haven't rolled the crust in to be extra thick like they do in restaurants. So it's all going to be the same thickness all the way across, but it's going to be normal thickness, normal pizza dough thickness. Alright, good. I've used enough that I can shove this in there and save this for later. Look at all that dough that's left. I don't have a lot of money right now, so I'm going to be eating pizza all week in different varieties. For this variety, I've made some homemade fresh marinara sauce, which you can watch my previous video if you want to learn how to do that. So just take a spoonful, scrape it on, You want probably a little less than you think you need. Now, if you want to add cheese or fake cheese, this is the time to do it. I don't have any fake cheese and I don't eat real cheese. So what I'm going to add is chickpeas. If you're not familiar with chickpeas, you might think this is gross, but chickpeas kind of take on whatever flavor of what they're put in. They don't have a strong flavor themselves, but they do add a pretty good addition to something like this marinara sauce. Or, you know, they can be used as a replacement for a Mexican type meat. So I'm going to put this on here, and that will complete my pizza. Now I have the oven heating up to 450. Once it gets there, I'm going to put it in for 25 minutes, and then I'll show you the final results. Ooh, the anticipation. Ow, ow, this mitten doesn't work. Double mittens. Alright, 25 minutes later, and look at what we got. Look at that beautiful crust. It's a little crunchy. That's how I like it. You can cook it a few minutes less if you want it less crunchy. Now let's see which one comes off the pan easier. This pan is extremely hot. Alright, that was the floured one. That came off so easily. And this one, a little bit harder. So definitely flour your aluminum foil there. No, the foil's ripping on this one. I never thought to do that. I've been dealing with this nonsense for the past couple days. Does this one still have foil on the bottom? No. So there we go. A beautiful homemade pizza. You can put whatever toppings you want on it. I'm going to be making more videos of my different topping creations. But this is the base. It's super easy. Takes a little bit of time, but it's really mostly inactive prep time. Most of the active prep time is just making the dough real quick, and then you gotta wait an hour and a half for it to rise. That takes time, but you're not doing anything. You're watching several episodes of a TV show. This, look at the beauty. It's got a flaky, crunchy crust. That's just how I like it. And I like to make the pizzas this size so I can have a little bit more crust, because I don't really like the middle pieces that are just sauce, you know. But you could spread out the dough to be square and take up the entirety of the pan if you want. It's up to you. So stop buying $8 pizzas and start eating pizzas that are... This dough couldn't have cost more than a quarter for this much. The rest of the dough in the container didn't even use all of that $2 worth of flour. This is still very hot, so it's probably going to burn my mouth, but I gotta have a taste test. Ow! Ow! I hit the pan. I hit the pan with my hand. Ouch. Yeah. It is perfect. So go out there today, make your own pizza, send me pictures of it on social media, leave a comment, tell me what you're doing with this knowledge. Thanks for watching.